The monarchy versus republic debate. In 1788, Captain Cook landed in Australia and claimed its east coast for the British Crown and named it New South Wales. Ever since then, Australia has been part of England's constitutional monarchy. A debate has been going on whether Australia should remain a constitutional monarchy or become a republic. This dispute has once again arisen because of a recent change on the Prime Minister of Australia. Unlike the last Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, Malcolm Turnbull supports the idea of a republic. In 1999, a referendum on Australia becoming a republic was held. The results were 54.87% saying we should remain a monarchy and the other 45.13% wanting a republic. A republic is when the head role is owned by a person who is elected in by the government and public. A constitutional monarchy is a government in which the monarch acts as the head of state. The ability to make legislation lies with the elected government. The king or queen cannot make decisions at their free will. The main reasons for becoming a republic are: Point 1. Australia is an independent nation, and since one of the most important aspects of Australia is the people, our head of state should be an Australian whose first allegiance is to Australia, not Britain. 2. Aboriginal people have lived in Australia for about 40,000 years, whilst people from Britain came here about 200 years ago. More recently, an increasing number of people from the Asian region of the world have been arriving at our shores. The British monarchy is seen as irrelevant for many of these immigrants who now call Australia home. Making Australia a republic would be more respectful to the Aboriginals, whose civilization was nearly destroyed by Captain Cook's fleet. 3. Britain has increasingly developed ties with the European nation, while we in Australia increasingly look to Asian countries as our major trading partners. This means that Australia doesn't dramatically benefit from Britain's trade, and it would not be an adversity to cut off ties with them. 4. A Prime Minister is usually democratically chosen by the people. A monarch is simply born into the position of power and therefore is hardly democratic. Public office should not be filled on the basis of hereditary. Although these reasons for becoming a republic are valid, there are equally as many reasons for why we shouldn't become one. 1. As we have recently seen, the government is unstable. With changes at almost every election, someone stable is required to fall back on if all else fails. 2. Without the royal family visiting our shores on a regular basis, we will lose tourism not only from the royal family but also from their fans that follow them on their royal adventures to catch a glimpse of them. 3. If we become a republic, we will be letting go of Australia's most important history, like how we came to be here via the First Fleet. We will also lose a few of our public holidays, like the Queen's birthday. 4. The cost of changing from a constitutional monarchy into a republic would run into the hundreds of millions. All this money would be provided by taxpayers like your parents. 5. Being a republic could expose Australia to corruption inside the government. Election results could be changed because someone bribed others to vote for their cause. This could result in a possible dictator. Many people in the Australian community, including our new Prime Minister, believe that Australia needs to move with the times and leave behind its traditional ties to England. Becoming a republic is seen by many as a sign of the maturity of the country. In my opinion, it is not necessary to break ties in order to grow and mature as a country. As a constitutional monarchy, Australia has done very well and thrived, so if our system isn't broken, why should we fix it? Our historical ties with Britain are an important part of our shared history and should not be broken. This kind of major change could have an unsettling effect on the community, causing anger and resentment. So, what are you, a monarchist or a republican?